What's going on, guys? Drewzy here, back again with another Disney Heroes battle mode, and today we're going to talk about the two newest heroes that have recently been added to the game. Relatively secretly, in all honesty, I didn't actually notice that they were in the game until just about a day ago and before recording this video. So again, we're going to talk about both the cards. Not going to show any gameplay of either cards because I unfortunately don't have either of the heroes unlocked, but we're going to go through and break down some of the pros and cons, what I think of each of the heroes as far as based on the data and information that we currently know. So let's just quickly go in and look at the two heroes. So as you can see here, they're down here. They are both 3-star heroes, which is kind of unique in the fact that they are both new heroes being entered in as the two newest heroes added since the game launched globally. So the first one we're going to look at, of course, is Rex from Toy Story. Let's look at his base stats here real quick. Basic damage 35, skill power 38, 600 HP, 1000 max energy. He is a tank, so that's something that we needed. There are not a lot of tanks, in all honesty, in this game thus far, and he is in the front, of course, as a tank, and this team trial is blue. But let's quickly go ahead and look at his skills real fast and just what kind of skills he's going to be bringing to the table for you guys within this game. His first skill we're going to look at is Stampede, which does normal damage. Rex charges through enemies, dealing 223 damage and knocking them backwards. Again, this will scale and increase the amount of damage he's going to deal as he levels up, but so far not a ton of damage through his Stampede ability. His next skill is Mighty Roar. Mighty Roar does fantastic damage. Rex roars, dealing 33 damage and silencing enemies for 4 seconds. The silence has a chance to fail against enemies higher than level 1. So of course, as you level up these style of skills, the chances to fail will decrease with the higher level. So then it will, as each time it's leveled up, it will then only have a chance to fail against enemies higher than the level of whatever the ability is. And of course, the level of damage that's being done will scale as well. But Mighty Roar is nice having to silence. There are a lot of heroes within this game that do well against silencing abilities, so that'll be interesting to see how well Mighty Roar actually does. His third skill is Dynamite. Dynamite does fantastic damage. Again, Rex headbutts nearby enemies, dealing 357 damage and knocking them backwards. I'm not sure with these third abilities how often they actually hit, or when they actually hit within a fight, because the first ability is considered the charged ability, so it's whatever the yellow bar is down at the bottom of the screen. So I don't know how often Dynamite's actually going to hit, but I assume it's not going to be too terribly much within a normal fight. So don't expect to be doing a crapload of damage of this 357 of increasing scaling damage as you level it up, obviously, as you go along. His last ability is Shield Eating Dinosaur. Rex deals 875 extra damage to shielded enemies. This, of course, as you can see, it has a purple circle around the skill, which means he has to be a purple level 1 to unlock this skill, which does do a good amount of damage. There aren't a ton of enemies that are shielded. There is one support unit, Violet, that does shield all of her allies for a temporary period of time as one of her charged abilities. So there are some units that will take shield, and it looks like he will pick on those. And again, we don't know how often this skill will cast, but it does do a considerable amount of damage to at least one shielded enemy at a time. So far, Rex doesn't look too bad, but in all reality, I have played Rex once in a PvP match, and I decimated him with my team composition. So far, Rex doesn't look to be super overpowered at the beginning of the match, but he is very difficult to obtain, just being a 3-star hero. However, you can currently unlock him through diamond crates, so that is the one way to currently get Rex right now. Possibly through special offers as well, he may be obtainable then, but you could get lucky and unlock him in a diamond crate right now. For our second newest hero to join Disney Heroes is Evie. Evie is, of course, from the WALL-E series, so it's another character to go along with WALL-E, currently within the game. And let's look at her detailed stats real fast. Basic damage 47, skill power 65, max HP at 350. This is base level 1, all of her stuff. 1000 max energy. She is a damage roll. She positions back in the back and is a red trial team member currently within the game. Let's quickly look at Evie's skills as well, just like we did with Rex. Her first skill is called Hand Cannon. Hand Cannon does normal damage. Evie fires her plasma cannon at the closest disabled enemy, dealing 242 damage. Nearby enemies also take 147 damage. If no enemy is disabled, Evie instead targets the closest enemy. That would I assume would not mean that she would do the 242 damage to any unit that's not disabled. It would only do that 147 Remember, both these damage abilities will be stackable and will increase as you level up the skill. I'm not 100% sure on that, as I have not seen Evie in the battlefield currently within the game. So if you guys have unlocked her, or if you know any more details about her, let me know in the comment section down below. Disabled includes stuns, freezes, blinds, silences, and charms. So there are a lot of different disabilities that could happen to a hero within the game. I'm not sure about at least the second part of her reading off of this skill. If nothing's disabled, if she will do the 242 scaling damage as on the first enemy hit. Her second ability is called Shield Directive. Evie shields her weakest ally, protecting them from 305 damage for the next 7 seconds. So this is another possibility of getting a shield, which then could be used for Rex's purple ability. But again, this is her second ability, so I don't know how often this shield will cast out. But we'll put that shield on. A good amount of damage that it will reduce, that will stack as far as the amount of shield that she will absorb. And that happens for 7 seconds, so that's a pretty good duration of time if you're able to get a higher level of shield. Her third ability is called Ion Shock, which does normal damage. Evie's Charge Blast deals 176 damage to the enemy with the highest skill power and then stuns them for 7 seconds. The stun has a chance to fail against enemies above level 21, and again that scales and stacks as you level up that Ion Shock. So it's going to do a decent amount of blast damage to an enemy with the highest skill power and then stun them for 7 seconds. So that stun could be nice, which again will then help her charge ability because you now have a 7-second stun that can go out. So that could pair very well. Again, we don't know how effective this ability is because I don't know anyone that has Evie quite yet. And for her purple ability, Combat Efficiency, Evie does 100% more damage to disabled enemies. This effect is reduced against enemies higher than level 41. Disables include stun, freezes, blind, silence, and charms. So she's going to do a ton of damage to a disabled enemy. She does have one ability that will disable or affect the disability of somebody. So, of course, she can then scale herself to do that extra 100% more damage. I don't know if the 100% more damage scales. I think the only thing that will scale, most likely, is the reduction against enemies higher than whatever level that skill is. That will change and increase, of course, as you level up that skill. So, Evie doesn't look terribly bad. Rex, in my opinion, not as strong as some of the other tanks that are available to us. So it will be interesting to see how well these different heroes stack in the grand scheme of things in some of the other heroes that are currently unlocked within the game. As you can see, there are still a number of heroes that I don't have quite yet. Getting close to getting Mr. Incredible and Mike here soon. I'll get my first 3-star hero with Mike. If there's anything specific from this game that you guys would like to see here on the channel for Destiny Heroes, let me know down below in the comments section. There we go, guys. Just a quick look at the 2 newest heroes to join Destiny Heroes Battle Mode. If there's anything specific you guys would like to see here on the channel for Disney Heroes Battle Mode, please let me know down in the comment section down below. This is a game that I'm trying to do, kind of integrate slowly within the channel, more so focused on South Park Phone Destroyer videos, which has been my main focus of the channel here for a number of months now. But I do enjoy playing Disney Heroes. I've been leveling up pretty well. I'm at 43 right now of the high cap of 60 right now. Been putting a decent amount of time into the game to try to get better with it, to create better content for you guys here on the channel. But until next time, guys, my name is Drewzy.